Stuff going on with the business. We have again had another record month, so I just keep crossing the fingers. I'll take you upstairs and show you the new extension to the office, which is fantastic. Loads more space, more socially distanced. New Zoom room. And yeah, we're just waiting on the table and stuff here, cabinets here. Again, you know, your webcam and stuff like that, so we can have conference calls in here, especially with all the distributors abroad. So we've got another little space here now, which is pretty cool. And then you can see my favourite part, which is into the warehouse as well. So yeah, new office, bit wider, bit larger, can now contain the animal that is Nick Collingwood.
Would you actually use the audio from this?
Yeah, it is recording.
Okay. Do you call them badges, labels? I never know what the official title is really. Making some labels for some of the beers that we're thinking about making. Not many beers out there with these kind of titles and meanings. Carpenter's Wood, it's always a fun one. Royal Flush and/or Plumber's Plonk, we're not sure on that one yet. Builder's Crack, hilarious. Quite a lot of titles for this one, we're not too sure.
And why are we doing these exactly?
We're starting a podcast called Trade Legends. We want to come up with a beer for that and a branding and a little logo for them. And then once I've finished that branding, we can put it onto the podcast set and on some of the beers. So when guests come on, we can give them a 4-pack of beers or whatever.
So, studio, you know, we're starting to get all the equipment ready. This is all the stuff that obviously you're going to be helping us use. This is for the podcast set, the headphones as well. Studio lighting. So these things look pretty badass in here. Console down here. Excuse the dust on it. You can have Bluetooth calls from, you know, people around the world, so we can get people to dial in, take phone calls and stuff like that, which is going to be, you know, superb. Looks like we're running the relay baton. A new TV as well, which is on this funky bracket that you can sort of move out, and then we can turn it towards the podcast. You can have questions, bring in people on Zoom calls and stuff like that. A little camera rail as well, so you can do the twisting shots. I'll leave you to do an explainer video on all of these, if I'm honest, because I'm probably not explaining it exactly right. So we are here at Church Farm Brewery for something very special today, because we are going to be checking out how our new Unilite beer is brewed. We're going to be taking a little tour around there, having a few little taster sessions. So come with me and we're going to have a little look now how it's being made.
that's got a little bit of colour. See how that's got colour? Look, it's a bit golden. Well, that's what they call a crystal malt.
Yeah.
And then that's a pale malt. Yeah. These give the beers a little distinctive, one colour and two, sweetness. It's called a hydrator, so you put your hot water in there.
Yeah.
And your grain drops through a little shower up, and it basically mixes with the warm water, which is what you need to get the sugar out of it. Basically, that's all you're doing is you're extracting the sugar from the grain, so you can turn it into alcohol. The brewing process is roughly about 8 hours. So boiling for an hour in there. That's where you put some of the hops in there, bittering hops you put in there. So if you want really bitter beer, you put loads of hops in. If you don't want it very bitter, you don't put much. It's a bit like making tea, really.
Yeah. So how do you come up then with like a new recipe?
We got a little trial kit, just 50 litres, and we'll have a play on that. Because we were making some right quirky beers, you know, when we were home brewing, and they were like right off the wall beers. They were nice, but you would have never sold them in the mass market. So we thought we're going to have to sort of be a bit more middle of the road, and it can't be too offensive, it can't be too strong.
Don't get the timing because it's before 12. Everyone will be like, is it right?
If it's in the office, then just where the lights
Oh yeah.
What do you think to that?
It's banging.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this one, it's you're after the like tasting notes for that sort of grapefruit.
Yeah.
Whereas that one is pineapple.
That's great, that one.
Right, so you put your nose in there before you have a go on it. It's proper like chocolatey, isn't it? So yeah, that's a nice little sup, that one. 4.2.
Yeah, that's nice as well. Like for me, like the thing about coming here, obviously, I want to order some beers and give them away and stuff like that. But it's great to see how they're made.
Well, and to be fair, none of these beers are pasteurised, sterilised. They've got a realistic shelf life, and if you leave these out in the sun, they will get ruined because they just can't cope with it. But
that's similar to our colours, isn't it? Yeah, because our company colours are like high vis yellow.
Oh, right, okay.
But we always struggle to print high vis yellow because unless it's CMYK.
Yeah.
My only one reservation as well is we wanted to call it Trade Legends because we're starting a podcast as well.
Oh, wow.
So the podcast is going to be Trade Legends on the back, but we wanted to drink the beers and chat to people on the show.
That sounds great fun, doesn't it?
So that's
set you up with a little tap on the edge of the table, wouldn't it?
No, to be fair, I'd love that because then it's something different that nobody does.